To create a transaction is very simple. Just log in and go to your dashboard. Once in your dashboard, you should click on this little icon here that says Create Transaction, a little folder with a plus sign. Click on it and you get the Create Transaction screen. Here, you have to enter only 3 pieces of information. First one, type of transaction. Second one, property address. And third, party names. You have to start for the first one, then the second one, and then the third. As you can see, second and third are disabled, so you can't start adding information here unless you finish adding the information on the step number 1. Now, step number 1 is where you have to select the type of transaction you are working with on this case, and then click on the transaction type selection menu to open the list of all the transaction types. You have to make sure you select the transaction you want to work with. Let's say in this case, we want to work with a residential rental listing. This is the one, residential rental listing, where you are the landlord's agent. So you click here and now it's already selected and you are in step number 2, which is enabled for you to enter the information. Here you have to start typing the address of the property you are working with. In this case, let me add 456, and as you see, all of the addresses around the area matching with this number are automatically displayed. If the address is not here, let's say it's 4565 is not here, you keep typing until the address is shown. Once you see the address, let's say this is the address, you click on it and automatically all the information is auto-populated. And step number 3 is already open. You can change anything you want here just by clicking on the field you want to change. And of course, you can add the unit number. This is the only field that is not going to be populated. So if there is a unit number, you have to add the unit number. Let's say our unit number is J10. So you just type it in. And then you come to enter the party names on step number 3. The system already knows that this is a residential rental listing transaction and that you represent the landlord. So the system is asking you for the landlord name. In this case, you need to enter the landlord's name. Let's say it's John Bolt. And then you are able to enter the phone number of John and you are able to enter the email address of John. This is not mandatory, but it's highly recommended. Why? Because if you don't enter John's phone number, some of the notification that John may receive from Wiser Broker will not be sent. And also, if you don't have the email and you want to send out any document for John to electronically sign, you are not going to have the email and you would need to add the email manually when sending the document for electronic signature. So the recommendation is add the phone number and the email. You can add the number and the email here, or you can add it later. I show you when we create a transaction. Now, let's say there is a Mrs. Ball. To enter her name, you click here on this little plus sign that says add another party. You are able to add up to 4 names for each party. Let's say it's going to be Mary Bolt, and you add the phone number of Mary and you add the email of Mary, and that's it. You have added and completed all steps needed to create a transaction. You click here to create the transaction, or you may click up here, same thing, and here you have the transaction already created. Transaction has 2 sections. Profile, which is the upper section here, containing the general information of the transaction, transaction information, party information, property and contract information, and the lower section that is the checklist, where you are going to find the documents your office wants you to upload on the transaction as soon as you have them available. And that's it. This is the way to create a transaction. If you want to edit any information you entered before, or you want to add any information additionally, you can do it. Let's say we want to add Mary and John phone number and email. You click on edit party name, you enter the email and phone number here, and you click on save. Also, you see here some of the fields showing dark yellow. This, you need to add them, whatever information you have, fill them out, because this is going to help you when auto-populating the information in documents. As it says here, must enter all available information to populate forms efficiently. So please make sure whatever you have available, enter it here. If you don't have it available, you can leave it empty. But if you have it, enter it. So the document is populated automatically. And that's it on how to create a transaction.